Welcome to Littleton, Colorado, a small town outside of Denver. The base is South Park and home to one of the major turning points for school security in our nation's history, the Columbine High School massacre. Students inside the school had identified the gunmen as Columbine seniors Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris. The media has perceived both to be outcasts, but that was not the case. They had friends, went on dates, and were your typical teenagers. Though both boys were angry, all they wanted was revenge on life in general, not a specific person, as stated in their journals. Most want to know if there were any warning signs to the pair's behavior. Prior to the massacre, Harris had created a website threatening the life of another student, and both boys had hacked into the school's computer system to obtain student locker codes. Also, home footage of the boys behaving in a barbaric manner were released to the press.
Pull out a shotgun and blow your damn head off. I'll rip off your...
Jefferson County 911. Yes, I am a teacher at Columbine High School. There is a student here with a gun. He was shot out a window. I believe one thing.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, and above us is only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us.
An increase in sensitivity towards shootings has gone up since 1999. So students were getting into trouble for things so far-fetched that multiple news stations began to worry. A second grader in Illinois was suspended for carrying a set of nail clippers to school, while another boy was suspended for using a paper gun during a game of cops and robbers. A student from Michigan caused great scandal for dyeing his hair blue, and another wearing a shirt that promoted the anarchist cookbook. Schools have significantly increased their security measures since the 1999 massacre. Some of the common school security upgrades include metal detectors, security cameras, required ID badges, strict dress codes, banned or see-through backpacks, and on-campus police officers. These security measures are costly and have been subject to much controversy, specifically over the rights of students and invasion of privacy. A major turning point is the advanced security systems placed in schools. Random drills, such as fire drills and intruder drills, are started at random to make sure teachers and students know the procedures of what to do if an emergency was to happen. I was fortunate enough to conduct a phone interview with Frank DeAngelis, Columbine High School's principal. Mr. DeAngelis was the principal at Columbine during the shooting, and he knew that his worst nightmare had happened.
Kids was listening to. What kind of music was they listening to? Or what kind of movies was they watching? Who gives a what they was watching?
Columbine became a turning point for the perception of who a killer could be. It didn't have to be that kid dressed in black, a specific race, or even a specific gender. It didn't matter what music they listened to or what video games they played. Some didn't want to bear the thought of a child that was capable of doing something like this on their own. Following every major tragedy, people wanted to blame someone or something for what had happened. Violent video games, heavy metal music, and other items in popular culture became a national target. Popular goth musician Marilyn Manson was highly targeted by news reporters.
You know what you need? We need some bullet control. We need to control the bullets. That's right. I think all bullets should cost $5,000. $5,000 for a bullet. You know why? Because if a bullet costs $5,000, there'll be no more innocent bystanders. Yeah, every time somebody gets shot, they'll be like, damn, he must have did something. Should they put $50,000 worth of bullets in his head? And people will think before they kill somebody if a bullet costs $5,000.
Harris and Klebold had purchased bullets from their local Kmart. A turning point made from Columbine is America's understanding of how easy it is for minors to obtain a weapon. The issue of gun control has been addressed in a standing argument in the United States, but has made only small progress. As of 2013, Connecticut has the most gun control laws in the United States after the Sandy Hook shooting. Sensitivity increased when Charleston Heston decided to hold a gun convention in Denver just days after Columbine. This did not only prove that Columbine became a turning point for school safety, concern over gun control, or even the impressive improvement in police response times, but that it became recognizable that as a nation we needed to take part in change to see the real turning point of our country. Columbine became a turning point for police throughout the nation. That day, it took a SWAT team over 4 hours to clear the building and start rescuing survivors, and the policemen did not know how to deal with an active shooter. Now, police academies require active shooter training. This rule paid off in 2007. Another massacre occurred at Virginia Tech. I asked Mr. DeAngelis what the school had done to remember the tragedy that occurred in 1999. Columbine has proposed a motto, and that is a time to remember and a time to hope. We will never forget any of it, and it will remain for the rest of our lives.
Got an angel.
Started screaming and crying and telling them not to shoot me.
She doesn't wear
And so he
any
shot the
ring.
girl. She shot her in the head in front of me. And he shot the black
She wears a
kid
heart
because he
that
was
can
black.
hold my own. She wears a smile that can make me wanna sing.
When a child can grab a gun,
She gives me
grab a gun
presents
so easily, and shoot a bullet
with a presence alone.
into the middle
She gives
of a
me
child's face as
everything I
wide as
could
sun.
wish
Directly
for.
to
She
the
gives me
kids at
kisses on the
Columbine and the
lips
people in the
just for
community.
coming.
What would you say to them?
I wouldn't say a single word to them. I would listen to what they have to say.
Kids, but the teachers and
Make
counselors and
angels.
principals don't help things. They scare you into
Seen
doing,
with
into
my
conforming and
own
doing
eyes.
good in school by saying, if you're a loser now, you're going to be a loser forever.
Gotta be
So-
careful when you stop, cause the angels will just keep on
The
multiplying.
kids at Columbine had to pay a penalty. We paid a penalty that day.
But you're so busy changing the world. Just one smile and you could change all of mine. We share the same soul. Oh, oh,